You know how, like, your whole life you've been lied to?
Can you...
You know, you've always been told there's two sides to every story. You got to listen to both sides of the story, right?
Sure.
That's a lie.
What's the lie about it?
I feel like everything in life has to evolve. Humans, our brains, our technology, just everything in general has to evolve. Wouldn't that be true for our thinkings and our teachings too? Things are so polarized that there's really three sides to every story.
What's that third side?
The right side.
The right? What's the other two sides then?
They're just extremes. If you look at the TV, you look at the internet. This is, for example, you go to Target's Twitter page and just look at the comments. None of the comments are like, here are 50 things that Target does really well. It's always, you had a bath towel that was lavender and purple and that's racist and sexist and I hate you, Target. And then there's, on the other hand, there's like, Target had American flag bath mats and fucking USA, yeah, fuck Black Lives Matter. That's what Target says. Like, they're both wrong. None of that means anything. There's three sides to every story.
There may even be more than three
there
sides
could be
to a story because everyone has different experiences with everything.
There could be, dude.
I think what you're trying to say is there's more than just two sides. There's definitely the world is painting in shades of gray is what I've understood now. It's everything comes from something.
You're either 100% agreeing with a person in every belief that they have or you're against them. And that goes both ways. People like just floating out there in the middle that are like, I mean, I kind of like a little bit of what you say and I kind of like a little bit what this person says, but you're not allowed to have that opinion. You know, you hear about the scare of the Civil War, the revolution's coming. Wouldn't us people in the middle win? Because there's way more of us. We just don't get heard. Am I afraid of the Proud Boys? Absolutely not. Even if there's 10,000 of them. And then, of course, if you listen to their side, they tell you, I got to worry about Antifa. Am I afraid of Antifa? Nope. You know why? Because there's not enough of them. There's more of just normal people who are like, we get it. Now, can we shut the fuck up and fix it? There's more of us, but we don't get heard. Like, we're the third side of the story. No one ever goes to a fucking just a regular neighborhood and interviews people. They go to the poorest neighborhood for a news story. They go to a richest neighborhood. Like, they don't go to the fucking normal people and like, hey, what do you think?
It's because the normal people normally don't have the stories.
Our takes aren't the hot takes. Maybe that's our thing. Maybe we start a news network called the Third Side News.
Just call it normal
and
news.
It's going to be the most boring, simple, and fucking non-clickbaity news that you'd ever see. And no one would watch it. No one would watch it for that reason. Like, we could be giving people the most valuable information to make their life better and to progress themselves as people. And no one would watch that shit because we'd have to have a hot chick with her tits out spewing it, or we'd have, just come up with some radical fucking idea that gets people going, whether it's in a good way or a bad way. It's just a weird place, man. It's a weird place we're at in the world right now.
Just the third side to every story. It's very true. And it's just weird because when you try to look at it from someone's very far view, I guess, can you ever understand where they're coming from? The example being Proud Boys. I don't think we can see where they're coming from, right? I can see bits and pieces of it, maybe. Here's the story, and you're concentrating on maybe 5% of what you want to tell, and that's what you talk about. I mean, not just saying the Proud Boys, but like, where is everybody coming from that there's such different views?
I tried to put this into percentages the other day just to make my own head feel better. This is what I came up with. Tell me if you think these figures are right. 10% of the United States population is racist. And then I said 20% of the population are radicals, meaning they're just polarized to one view and everything that opposes them is just the worst thing in the world. So that gives us 70% of the population who are just like, what the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean? We're either confused, we're lost, we're scared, we don't know what to do, no one listens to us. Those people. Like, would you agree with those?
Yeah, I would say that I agree with the fact that the loudest voices are the most extreme.
And to me, they're also the most ignorant. Then I peel it down. It's like, all right, let's say my number of 10% of the population is racist. How many of them are truly racist and just hate everything about color or religion? And how many of those people grew up around that and they're ignorant to anything else? Could we flip them? And even if we could, would it matter? Even if we got that number down to 2% racist, we're still going to hear their points of views because they're polarizing. Because they're clickbaity. People are going to flock to those because they're extreme. The other 20% of the population who are like, ever made a bad comment about one person, then you are the worst. And like, could you flip any of those people? And then again, would it matter? I feel like that number could be like 2% racist, 2% extreme, 98, 96% normal people, and it still wouldn't matter, man. It wouldn't matter.
I would say you never hear from us just because of how it's the news cycle works.
When I think about that, we're catering and we're pandering all of our entertainment and our news to ignorance. Not to information, to ignorance.
Well, you keep a person dumb and they don't ask questions, right? That's what entertainment is.
It's just like, you know, when that news story hit that they found like those 37 kids scattered through Ohio, like, that wasn't on the news, but like Khloe Kardashian had a new herpes bump on her face and had some leftover cum on her shirt from the night before, and it's on every news channel. I just don't understand, man. Like, where did it go? Where did we go wrong? When and where, like, did the direction change? Like, when I was a kid, I can remember my family watching the news, and it was just a boring white guy, and it was just the most boring news, and you just got news. There was no agenda behind it. I just don't remember when it changed. What happened? And I don't think we'll ever know.
But I'll be honest, it could have been happening for a long time. It's just the narratives change. Not to get sidetracked, but Reagan with an alien thought pattern. That's was hidden from public pretty quickly, I feel like, and it's just the narrative changes. It's like, what do they want to focus on this time, and how does it want to be spun?
I'm almost afraid to consume news now because I don't know, like, what is it doing for me? You know,
I think it's important to see it, but you need to be able to process it. I don't think that's the piece that a lot of people are missing. An idea that we had a couple episodes back when we were talking about a person that absolutely despises Trump, and their day is consumed with being on social media, following them, and replying to every single tweet that's sent out and all the energy that it takes. I don't think that should be happening. What are you doing with that?
A lot of this shit just really deflates me as a person. Not in like a sense that I'm giving up, but I feel bad. I feel bad for people. So I'll give you an example. Was it last night or yesterday, Trump and Biden had their town hall meetings or whatever. And I watched a little bit of both of them, and then I was just catching the clips and everything. And then I saw one article that said Trump forgot where he was at, so I watched the clip. And then I saw another one from Biden where it's like he didn't know what was going on, so I watched that one. And then I'm like, hold on a minute. I watched the whole goddamn town hall for both of these idiots. And guess what I found? Neither one of those video clips that were circulating that were trying to make the other candidate look stupid, none of them were real. They edited a video in a certain manner to make it look like they were both fucking stupid, which they are. But I mean, it made them look dumber than they are. This has been up for 30 minutes and it's got 7,000 retweets and 36,000 likes, and it's not real. That's scary, man. That's fucking scary that people will just take information that they don't know is real and they think that it's real. Like, I don't want to be around those people, no matter who you're voting for. Think about that. Like, I could just walk up to a stranger and be like, hey man, that guy over there wants to fuck your wife and he told me all about it. You should probably go shoot him. And if he goes and shoots that guy, he's just doing what everyone else does. Like, he's just taking information he don't know to be true or real or what, and he's just acting on it.
He's running on it, yeah.
And that's what's wrong with the world today, dude. It's like no one reads or watches anything that's longer than 30 seconds, dude. Like,
isn't it weird that our psyche is so broken now that we can't pay attention for more than 30 seconds to a few minutes at a time? Think about it. Everything that's kind of been designed around that idea to fluctuate that idea. Think about when Vines existed. Those were like 5-second clips for my entertainment purposes. What if they're just trying to build this idea? They're like, you need to have goldfish memory.
And now, like, what's that new Quibi? Like the TV app for your phone where, like,
Are
all the
those
shows are 10 minutes or
short
less.
episodes?
Yeah, like...
It's like your time is just getting narrower and narrower.
Yeah.
And they're just like, hey, focus on this real quick. And now focus on this. Over here. Over here. It's like a magic act, man. They're just, like, shaking their hands. Look over here real quick, buddy. And then...
We're all just fucking puppets.
Yeah, no, it's true. I understood that for a while now. But what can you do about it?
Here's my other thing is, like, when you come in contact with one of these people, trying to have a conversation with them is damn near impossible. Because it's like, no matter what you say, no matter what you show them, they're not coming out of their views. And it's like, at that point, what are we doing? Like, why am I even talking to this person? Our country is just becoming segregated, not just black and white.
It's people with certain ideals versus other ones. It's starting to become, I don't know what you would want to call that one side.
It's like everyone's trying to create a 30-second click. It's fucking exhausting. I don't know, man. All I can say about it is it's strange. And I'm not saying that I am perfect or I have all the answers. Maybe it's the way I was raised. Like, maybe it's because I'm older. Parenting is different now. I don't know, man. I don't know. When you were a kid, your mom told you don't touch the fucking stove.
And if you touched it, you did it once.
You did it once. It burned your fucking hand.
I did that with the wood stove once. It was the worst. It only took one time.
And I don't know.
Fuck, man.
And now you have kids on leashes and like, I don't fucking know.
Man, what's up with the leashes, man?
I saw it the other day, man. This lady walked in the mall and she's like terrified to touch the door handles. And you can tell like she's like extreme COVID lady. Like, which to me, I'm like, all right, if you're that concerned, why do you have this kid out here?
Did you leave the house?
Yeah. And then she carries him in and she sets him down and hooks his leash up. What are you teaching this kid? If he gets too close to the gumball machine, you gotta jerk him back.
Man, what kind of lesson you're teaching him? Down the road, be like a murderer now because you had him on a leash.
Right. I should be able to call Child Protective Services immediately and be like, yes, there is a bitch in the mall that has her kid on a leash like a dog. Come get her immediately. Maybe it is a rule. Maybe that's our problem, JJ. Maybe we're not going to be able to beat them. So maybe we join them. And we're like, we play both extremes. Oh, you don't agree with me? Well, you're a racist fucking Nazi. Oh, you're raising your kid that way? I'm calling Child Protective Services. I'm just going to be in every radical group. I'm going to be in them all.
Oh, that seems like that'd be even more tiring, though.
Probably. I mean, I'm fucking exhausted either way. I might as well have some fun with it. I don't get it. Where are the fucking aliens?
I think it's just going to exacerbate the problem. I don't think aliens are going to be our saviors, man, as far as they're going to save the earth. Yeah, they might help.
No, they're either going to fix it or end it. I mean,
I don't agree with that. I think they're just, maybe they could be silent observers at this point.
You think so?
Just as long as we're making sure that they're not getting off the earth. That's what the aliens are saying. Hey, these bunch of dummies are going to blow themselves up first, but we can't let them leave. Can't let them leave because they're destructive. Damn, so three different ways of thinking about shit.
Yeah, you know.
So what happens? We were talking the other day, and this leads directly off of what you were just talking about. So you had three options, right? What happens when you take that third option, but you actually took the first option? Well, you may create what's called parallel universe. Do you believe in that, in parallel universes, and what is involved with that?
I mean, my version of it is probably different from yours. I'll put it to you this way. It's hard to believe in something for me that I can't prove. I won't say that I believe it. I hope it is. I hope that there is.
Why do you hope there is parallel universes?
Because if we can ever prove it, it changes the world. It changes the world and everyone in it immediately. All right, I'll put it to you this way. Remember my percentages that I gave you earlier? At that point, I think it goes like 95-5. There's still going to be 5% of the population that are just ignorant, racist dummies. And then the 95% of us will be like on the same page. I believe if they could prove something like that, boom. It would align everyone. Life could be better for all of us.
So my high thought with parallel universes was happening as I was doing my gas station trip again today. I'm going to create a segment called Gas Station Trip. JJ's trip walking to the gas station.
GST?
GST, sure. So my idea was if parallel universes exist, they exist on top of one another. Meaning that every single decision you have ever made exists now around you. What if you were able to kind of travel through these dimensions unknowingly. So what I mean by this is, let's say you made a decision and I left my phone right here on this windowsill and I forgot about it. Another universe, I didn't leave my phone and forget about it. When I went home, I went, oh fuck, I left my phone at Burke's house. What if I could figure out how to travel in between dimensions, and I could physically move my phone from one dimension to the next because it existed in one dimension? What if that is telekinesis in a way? Is you traveling through dimensions, but because it's snacked on top of you, you don't actually see it.
Let's say you were about to make a decision on something. What if you had the ability to tap into those parallel realms and see like, all right, if I make the decision this way, this is how it plays out. If I make the decision this way, this is how it plays out. So let me ask you this. We're all faced with good and bad decisions. If you had the ability to see the outcomes, would you still make bad decisions?
So the thing is, like, you're deciding one thing without knowing even the conclusions to that decision. So you're going to have bad results either way. Like, you could be like, give me an example of a decision that you could have made one way and you made it the other way, but you really want to do it this way. And I'm going to break you down what a future could be with that.
Let's say you were feeling adventurous one day and you were like, I'm going to drive my car over those railroad tracks at 100 miles an hour. And you had the ability to see, all right, if I do that, this is the outcome. If I don't do that, this is the outcome, right? Now, let's say you look at the bad outcome, but it wasn't that bad and I still want to experience it. Would you still do that, or would you always make what was deemed the good decision?
It's hard for me because it just depends on how far you're looking into the future then. In that situation, I'm jumping or going fast over some railroad tracks. I can see directly in the future, be like, I survived it. Yeah, I'll definitely do that then. But then later on in the future, I didn't realize that when I hit that fast, it broke some of my ball bearings in the wheel and eventually got to fix my car.
Sure.
I think it doesn't matter what choice you make. It's going to somehow find a balance on the other way. Say, oh, I really wish I could have been with this girl. Let's say my real life example with my ex-fiance. Let's say I really wish I could have worked on it and fixed it instead of being where I'm at right now. Let's say I now switch over to that universe. Well, I did work on it. We did get married, but now I'm still unhappy. It's hard to say, yeah, that's a good decision to make because it could just lead to somewhere else. But I think it's just up to you to understand that it can.
Can I peel you one layer back further? Tell you what I think those other dimensions are? You ready? I don't think that those other realms or dimensions, whatever you want to, parallel universes, I think that's us as a species being arrogant. I think that we're so arrogant that we think that there are other versions of us out there. That's just how arrogant I think we are as a people. I don't think that it's us that's in those parallel universes. I think there's a parallel universe for the gods. I think there's a parallel universe for the demons. I think there's a parallel universe for aliens. I think all of these things exist around us, but we can't see that. We couldn't handle that. Mm-hmm. There'd be no way.
So I got two steps to that. One, I do agree that human arrogance is definitely a thing. The idea that we thought we were the center of the universe should explain why arrogance is definitely a thing. Parallel universes. The only thing I would disagree with that idea is I think you're thinking incredibly small. I've always said, like, I believe in the god of size. It's hard to say how big the universe is because it's not, foreseeable or seeable in our, or what we can see, whatever. see. But anyway, God's size. I mean, if we can believe in the size of the sun and how big that is, and then there's much bigger planets and suns out there in that universe.
What about the sun? What does the sun have to do with parallel universes, bro?
I don't know where I was going now.
You said I'm a small thinker.
I think parallel universes exist for all species, not just humans. I think that's an idea that we have. But I could see where it would be thought of as human arrogance.
But I also believe that certain things that we're shown in the media are just little pin drops to let you know, like, some of that shit's legit. Like, what if you found out, like, Thor
was an actual being?
Yeah, he's just coming from another dimension. That's what he does in the movie. What if that could happen, bro?
I mean, I told you about, what did we talk about last time where I thought the demons was just another dimension?
Yeah.
If you open up the gateway, if you think about it, if you do studying, I'll be honest, boys and girls, I studied demonology for a hot second when I was younger. And I thought I opened up something. Could have swore I heard scratching on the roof. Could have swore I was levitating on my bed. Could have swore I fell into my bed.
Did you drink deer blood?
did not drink deer, but the only thing I was doing, I was just researching like the names of demons because I thought it was interesting that they had individual names and history.
Yeah.
And to be honest, who knew if it was my overworked mind or not? This is probably teenage years when I was experimenting with the idea of 2011 and everything was going to come crashing down.
You can make yourself believe anything.
No, I could very much heard all that fake stuff and could have imagined myself falling out of bed and falling into bed. But that brings me back to the idea is, what if demons are a real thing and they just are phasing through dimensions coming into our reality because you are kind of summoning them when you're talking about them, like a Ouija board. Like, what if that is just like a bright light in the darkness?
Or what if our world is also controlled by their dimension? So if they're at war in theirs, naturally it's going to throw our dimension off.
Yeah, they always have this idea of tides with the planets in the sky. Everything aligns. And what if that is kind of true in a way, but it's just realities, different dimensions? That's my high thought I had. Walking to the gas station.
And there's also a chance that none of this means shit and we're all just here for some stupid reason. We're not as good as we think we are and we die. Like, that could be an outcome. I mean, there's 1,001 outcomes and none of us know.
So anyway, we were talking about parallel universes. Talking about demons real quick. What do you think demons truly are?
It's negative energy.
Do you think they look as demonic as we make them out to be?
No. For anything to be seen in this dimension has to be normalized to this dimension. I mean, because think about it. Like, if you saw a 16-foot guy with horns and a tail, like, would you be fucking terrified? Like, it's scary. I mean, that might drive you insane. But if you saw that as just a guy with black goatee with slick back hair, like, that's normal.
What if it didn't normalize, though? What if they found a way to not be normal? They came through as 16-foot demons.
Like I said, I mean, that's going to fuck a lot of people up. Not me.
No, what are you going to be doing?
I'm gonna be sitting here saying, I told you, motherfuckers. Could you imagine, like, you're watching the Trump town hall, the camera starts shaking, and then, like, in the background, you just see, like, a 20-foot tall demon walking up? People would lose their fucking mind, especially the religious community.
It'd be the end of days, man.
Mm-hmm.
If we're thinking that demons come from a different reality, it's a different dimension, right? Just a different part of the universe.
Right.
They are physical beings. Best weapon is to pray them away.
Pray them away. Wasn't there a pastor that used to say that about gay people? You could pray the gay away?
Yeah.
God.
You pray them away.
No, I don't think that's true at all. What's our race right now? The race of science that believes in a parallel universe is to unlock it, right? Like, what if they're trying to unlock it too?
What if they've already unlocked it?
Maybe they do have the ability to come here. It's set up like a Congress. You know, they got rules. They got rules to follow. You're not allowed to break realms.
Oh, this is like Mortal Kombat.
Exactly,
So they
bro.
gotta have a yearly competition to decide which reality is gonna be the number one reality. What if, and this is just human arrogance speaking a little bit, what if this reality was the number one reality and we got a tournament coming up soon to take that on? I'm talking about multiple dimension martial arts tournament.
I got a fucking funny question for you. Here you go. Ready? Let's say you find out that every 10,000 years there's a Mortal Kombat tournament between the realms. What if we find out that in 2021 there's one coming up? What being from our realm do we want to fight for us?
It would have to be the gorilla. If it's on land, it depends on what.
I'm talking about a person, you motherfucker.
Oh, I'm just saying, what's the strongest land animal? And that's definitely a gorilla.
It's got to be a person.
Why? We're talking about Earth fighting it.
We're not gonna send a gorilla to fight a demon.
Depends on the demon.
It's
right?
got to be immortal, being a man or woman or both. From
or neither.
Our dimension. Yeah, or it might be one of those fluids.
What did you just say?
Gender fluid.
Okay.
They don't have a gender. They're just everything.
So you're telling me I can't send in a gorilla?
I mean, if you want us to make us look like fools and lose quickly, sure.
What if the other demon was the size of a gorilla? You gonna send a man in against a gorilla? No. You fight fire with fire, baby. You send in the silverback.
No, dude. You're going to send in the Rock with his sword.
The Rock is not going to...
In the Mortal Kombat tournament, I'm putting in... Yeah, I'm probably going to have to put Dwayne Johnson in there, bro.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Yeah.
I guess if you could choose from what film version would you put him in there? Are you just going to put him normal Rock Johnson?
No, he would be the fucking...
Scorpion King?
Scorpion King.
Who would I want? Fucking Wolverine. Shing! Shing! He's a normal looking man, and then you fucking send him out there, and then he can't be broken.
Neither can the Scorpion King.
Dude, I'm pretty sure Brendan Fraser beat the Scorpion King.
Listen, bro.
Where's Brendan Fraser right now?
That was just part of Brendan Fraser's contract, dude. And exactly. After that movie, Dwayne was just like, who the fuck is Brendan Fraser?
I didn't see no
Get him out of Hollywood.
I didn't see no contract.
You ever seen Brendan Fraser since then? The answer is no, because The Rock ended his career.
Just saying, it was his first movie, and then they were co-stars in the first movie.
Did Brendan Fraser
technically help
wrestle
The Rock?
in the WWE and create millions and millions?
I'm just saying, from
Rock
a movie
fans,
standpoint, you might want to give a little credit where credit's due. I mean, your first co-star, you're gonna give some props.
Bro, wrestling itself is a movie. It's still acting. It's still being
very much so.
Brendan Fraser should be thankful that he ever got to grace the screen with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Or if you want to get technical, Rocky Maivia. So I'm taking the Scorpion King and fuck Brendan Fraser. That's what I got to say.
So these demons that are showing up through these portals, what are they? Why are they so angry though? Like,
they're not. It's just Mortal Kombat, bro.
So what happens if they win though?
Then they're king of the realm.
The king of the realm.
Yeah, they're in charge of the realms.
What do you think is going to happen? Do you think that time's coming up? Maybe that's the end of this year. It's Mortal Kombat tournament time, and that's just how we kick off 2021. Is the another reality is going to rule our dimension.
Which one you rooting for?
How many are there?
Well, there's the demons, there's the gods, there's us. What else? The underworld.
There's probably a Waterworld one.
What is with you in Waterworld?
I'm just saying.
Somehow you always get me back to Waterworld.
I'm not saying the movie.
Get off Kevin Costner's dick, bro. It's the worst movie he's ever made.
I was just saying a world made of water.
Like Atlantis.
And what type of maybe
Aquaman is repping. Aquaman is repping, and then we got Thor, and then we got whoever the demons.
We gotta have a lava world.
That's the demons, bro.
That's the demon world made of lava.
And then you got us, and then
some kind of glass creature, but that's about it.
Glass?
Yeah, there's just a glass planet. So there's glass creatures.
Why would he fight? He'd be broken.
No, they're made of really sharp glass.
Oh, they're made of Gorilla Glass.
They're Gorilla Glass.
Oh, well, if we send in the gorilla,
then... Yeah, it's like a silverback glass gorilla. Could you imagine fighting a glass gorilla?
How much do you think that would cost on pay-per-view, the Mortal Kombat tournament? Like $299.95?
You're talking about 300 bones?
300 bones to watch the Mortal Kombat?
To watch some interdimensional cable?
Probably. It only comes every 1,000 years. I mean, it'd be worth it. I'd pay $300 to watch that.
Every 10,000 years.
It's 1,000.
Is that every 1,000 years?
Pretty sure it's 1,000.
Oh, so okay. I would be down probably. You'd know which dimension be taking you over. And then what would be even worse is when the humans got knocked out round 1 and there's still 2 more rounds to go and you're just watching which species is going to take you over.
I want to know, do the demons have shoes?
I don't think so. They're pretty angry.
You think the gods have shoes?
What do you actually think a god is? Or what is a being that powerful?
When I say gods, I don't see them as creators. I see them as mortals that had power.
Billion-year-old species would have much more than us. Would be gods to us.
Huh?
Is that what you're talking about?
What?
If we're talking about an alien species that has existed for billions of years, we've existed for hundreds of thousands of years.
Allegedly.
To be honest, I don't think I see ourselves as being billions of years old. There's just no way. But think about it. So just take this concept. If there is an alien species that has been able to survive for billions of years, they would be, I would think, pretty far advanced. Advanced enough to the point where they may seem godlike to us.
It is also very possible that we're all wrong. And this is just a big simulation. And we have existed for billions of years. But we always make it to a point in the simulation where we royally fuck everything up. And the planet explodes and starts over.
The simulation would still mean there's a much more advanced species. Either way.
Was.
Oh, yeah, it could be. Yeah. Could have been something that just keeps resetting itself over and over again. The Big Bang is the starting point. It gets exploded out.
It's the starting point and the ending point.
The rubber band effect where the science thinks it's going to pull back suddenly, and then that's it. And it just keeps happening again and again. Kind of like a heartbeat. And what if that's the heartbeat of God itself, is the Big Bang? That's time itself.
Wow. On that note, I'm going to smoke some of this weed real quick because I don't know what the fuck you just said. God's heartbeat is the Big Bang. So you basically are saying that God's heartbeat is responsible for the creation and then the mass extinction of our planet.
So this relates back to your human arrogance. Maybe this is just the title of the show.
I like it.
It's human arrogance. The idea that we have a direct line to God, or if we can communicate with God. What if God is so big that we're just like the blood in his cells?
But you can communicate with him, Josh. You just have to pray to him.
I know. Okay. What if it's the same way with us? What if it's just a skin cell to us? It's important to us. It's so small I can't see it.
Come on, we got to find something lighthearted to talk about because this shit was deep, bro. If you woke up and you just saw this right when you opened your eyes, what would be the scariest thing?
One would be an ex, probably. Just looking at you. Or just laying in your bed, I bet. Actually, what if you just had this one weird, strange night where you woke up next to your ex, but you don't remember how you got there, and you both are naked?
That'd be terrible.
Yes, it'd be terrifying.
For me, it would be waking up and seeing like a 4-year-old standing at the end of my bed.
But they're not facing you.
Yeah.
They're turned around.
No, and their eyes are missing.
It's a little girl, long hair.
Nope.
And she slowly turns around.
Mm-mm. Did I ever tell you about the time me and my brother saw the girl from Ring?
Saw the girl from Ring?
The Ring?
Uh-uh.
I'm not joking, dude. And I could call him right now and he would verify this. So this was 2 years ago. We went on a golf trip up north and then I was taking him back home. And he lives in a little bitty town on the border of Michigan and Indiana. Little tiny town. We got there Monday morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, right? We're driving through his town and up on the road, you could see something, but we couldn't tell what it was. When we got closer, it was a girl that looked just like the girl from The Ring, the dirty white dress, and she's standing on the side of the road with her hair over her face. I'm not bullshitting you, dude. I swear on everything.
Did she move?
No. We passed this, right? And I think we were both so in shock that it felt like 10 minutes, but I know it wasn't. We didn't have that much further to go. It was probably like 10 seconds. And then finally I broke the silence. You saw that, right? That's all I said. And he was just like, talking about the girl on the road? Yeah. I'm like, that was the girl from The Ring. And he was just like, I know. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't see anything. We were probably 2 minutes from his house. So I dropped him off. I got to drive back by that. What the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
You know, we were just kind of joking. He was just like, just don't die. So I dropped him off. And when I left, I kept looking in my rearview mirror. I would turn on the dome light in my truck and I kept looking in the back seat because I was so fucking freaked out because now I'm alone. And then when I went back by, she wasn't there. I don't know how to explain that. We both saw it clear as day. When I say little girl, I mean like little. If I had to guess age, maybe like between the ages of 6 and 8. What is a 6 or 8-year-old girl doing on the side of the road at 1 a.m. on Monday morning? It was just, it was weird, man. It fucked me up for a little bit.
How long ago was this?
2 years ago.
What do you think do you think it was the little girl or do you think it was a ghost?
I don't know.
If you were to make a guess.
I've never seen a ghost. I've had things that have happened that made me kind of think that could be a ghost, but I've never seen one. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know what a ghost looks like. What my eyes told me was that girl was standing there in the flesh, like in real life. But I mean, maybe a ghost looks like that. I don't fucking know. Her dress was dirty and her hair was over her face. And then like I was telling this story to someone else and like, why did you call the cops? Bro, like when I looked in the mirror, the girl was gone. I was driving through a little town where the speed limit was 25 miles an hour. So it's not like I blew past this girl at 60. You know what I mean? Like I was going 30 miles an hour. So like when I looked up and I saw she wasn't there, like the shock was still there. Like what the fuck did I just see? And then I'm trying to convince myself there's no way you just saw that. Honestly, I wish I would have seen it by myself because I would have been able to convince myself that I didn't see it. But because he was with me and he saw it, I'll never be able to let it go. You know, that there's someone that can be like, yeah, we both saw it. Like, it's not just me like, I saw a fucking ghost. You know what I mean? Because that's the way it always seems. It always seems like there's one person's like, I saw an old man with a top hat down my hallway. You know what I mean? Like it's never two people that see it.
Right.
And like, but in this case.
I know. Like, I saw the one ghost in my house when I was growing up, but no one else did. So it's hard to say if it's true or not. I was young, so do I remember it correctly or not? That's why it'd be interesting to do some paranormal research as a group.
Like that movie we just watched?
Yeah, you just don't gotta be dumb, though. Just gotta respect them, man. Respect the dead.
I mean, you know how we have these people that are ghost hunters and all whatever else there are, right? People that talk to the dead. You ever think that maybe they just want to be left the fuck alone? Maybe where they're going is overpopulated. They just gotta wait it out here for a little bit. Maybe the afterlife wasn't prepared for all of us morons. Like they gotta make room. It's like, hey, they're fat and they're dying faster. We gotta figure out how to expand this afterlife thing. We can't keep up with construction.
Right. My other idea I had about ghosts, because this related directly to the parallel universe conversation I had. What if ghosts don't exist? What if it's just the idea that it's another person living in a different dimension and we're just getting crisscrossed at the time? What if your little girl was just different dimension?
Yeah, she
did.
And
then the moment you looked back, she was gone because she didn't exist in your universe.
I mean, I've thought about that for sure. Yeah. But then I still think like, okay, if that is the case, then why is she so dirty? Then I'm like, do I need to help her?
Like, I don't know if I would do anything differently. It's like you're driving at 1 o'clock in the morning and you see something standing by the side of the road. You know, I'm not going to get myself killed.
Right.
Because
there's
always an idea that someone else is waiting in the bushes.
Yep.
And
they're using the little girl as a plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just hard, though, because she's not, like, she wasn't waving you down. She wasn't flagging you down for something. That's just weird, though. But yeah, that was my idea is, what if ghosts are actually just people in a different dimension? And you just happen to be like, what if those dimensions are just crisscrossing? So the ghost hunters, well, they're opening up this gateway, and then the other side is just, what if the other side is actually seeing it and going, what the fuck is that? And they go, get out of here. And then you're hearing all these screams and shit. What if it's just different dimensions fighting against each other?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. What if I also thought, too, like, what if it would have, like, freaked me out so bad that I hit her?
But she didn't.
Yeah.
Different universe you may have.
And then maybe in a different universe, I stop to pick her up and she fucking kills me.
Anything is possible, man. You never know. What if that was a tiny vampire waiting right there?
I don't know, man. I wish I did know. There's some things in life that you don't know the answer to. You've just learned to live with not knowing the answer. This is one of those things, till the day I die, I'll never know the answer. I can close my eyes and vividly see that girl standing on the side of the road.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I have this whole experience where I was talking to the ghost in my mom's bedroom. I very much remember exactly what I was doing. I just don't remember the exact conversation I was having. But man, it's weird to see something and then for it to be gone like a second later always blew my mind. Like, I don't know where it went. I remember looking right at her and I don't remember taking my eyes off her, but she was gone.
Maybe because they always say like animals and small children can see that stuff. Maybe that's just our purpose. When do you start talking? At what age? 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so like my earliest memories now at my age, like I can remember vaguely a few things from around when I was age 5. So that means I have 4 years of just unaccounted for life and memories. Maybe I did see a ghost and talk to a ghost during that time. Can't remember it now. I never really thought about that till just now. Like, there's a part of your life that you already can't remember.
There's a good chunks of my life I can't remember. I mean, there's hints and pieces of our past, but most of it's just fleeting. I don't remember a lot about my childhood. The extremes that you need to remember, the really bad moments and the really good moments. The rest of it's just filler. Like, it seems like it's all going away. I don't remember much of high school. You get to the point of, what are you? Are you your memories? Because if you are, Those are fading. So then what are you?
I think I remember stuff differently than other people. Because, like, I have a thing where, like, I can watch a movie or listen to a song one time and I can remember all of the words. My memories play in my head like a movie. When I think back and, like, try to remember stuff from my past, like, I can visualize it. I just can't remember, like, all of the words that were said. Is that normal for most people, or, like, you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I don't even know what the hell we were talking about before.
Oh, dude.